Date, time, and temperature. Sunday, April 14th, 2024, 11:22 a.m. at 56 degrees. It's going to be a beautiful day today. No rain, no snow, and temperatures are going to rise up into the 60s. I'd say it's a perfect day to go on an adventure. So let's gas up the vehicle and stop over at Dunk's and grab ourselves an iced coffee so we can hit the road for today's detour. Or should I say Flea tour, because today's detour takes place at the Raynham Flea. All right, I have paid my $1.50 entrance fee and got my ticket to today's Raynham Flea Market. They're only open on Sundays. Always love a day at the Raynham Flea Market. You never know what you're gonna find in here. I'm confused, is that a bee or a flea? You never know what kind of treasures you're gonna run into here at the Raynham Flea Market. I'm definitely digging this Bigfoot t-shirt. They got a big selection of Legos out here, and you can buy some rubber duckies out here. It's kind of a cloudy day today, so you really don't need sunglasses, but if you were in the market to buy some sunglasses, you can definitely get them here at the Raynham Flea. Maybe I should buy some knockoff Chuck Taylor high top sneakers. Oh, those are some pretty sick high tops. Where else are you gonna see Joe Camel hanging out with David Hasselhoff and Gladys Knight and the Pips? That can't be a real Bart Simpson, can it? This is definitely odd. I've never seen this before. What the heck is it? You can put your weed in there. Water filtration system. Nice. Grogu looks terrorized by that book. Oh man, the Vanilla Ice electric rap game. Complete with beatbox. Oh man, I had this Jaws game when I was growing up. I've seen this thing plenty of times at conventions over the years. Been kind of thinking about like re-adding it to my pop culture collection. If you're a Disney pin trader, they got a book of different Disney pins out here. I'm not a pin guy. I think I have a couple. What about a Jungle Book one? Can't find it there. I think I lost it. Speaking of Jungle Book, is that Baloo? There's an Epcot pin. The Seas. I think Marty McFly approves of Baloo opening up the detour this morning. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Space Mountain Mickey and Minnie. Dudes, check out that Casper lamp. Why are there no songs about the flea markets? I'm searching for a John Cena action figure, but I just can't see him. The complete season 1 of Alf. A 4-disc set. Oh, look at that McDonald's car. $225 at best offer.
Pre-owned wing.
That thing's awesome. Try a McDonald's cheeseburger. They're great. No, for real though, I do collect the McDonald's glasses. I have the Hamburglar. I don't have Big Mac the Cop. I'm not a fish sandwich guy, so I don't have him, but I should add the Captain to the collection. I also have Mayor McCheese at home. I don't see any Grimace, and I don't see any Ronald McDonald. No Grimace or McDonald, but I spy the A&W Root Beer Bear. I wonder if they're friends with the Bernstein Bears. Hello, operator, collect call to Gargamel? Are trolls still a thing? You gotta really love High C to have High C on tap. Holy Pez dispenser, Batman. The exciting world of metrics, said nobody ever. I totally had the Snoopy Snow Cone machine growing up as a kid. I kind of remember having this Pac-Man Christmas album as a kid. A real Ghostbusters lunchbox. Nice. Wow, a Figment popcorn bucket out in the wild. It looks like you didn't have to take the monorail to Epcot Center to pick up that popcorn bucket. Check out a life-size pinhead just lurking there in the corner. That Ringling Brothers Circus print is pretty amazing, but for 120 bucks, I don't think I'm the guy. I don't know, am I in the market for a Miller Genuine Draft oversized like electronic snow globe? Oh man, neon beer sign overload. Check this place out. Definitely digging this Pabst Blue Ribbon. Such cool beer advertisements out here. Kinda interested in buying this camel clock. How much did I say, 50 bucks? That's vintage. Coors on tap, that's definitely vintage too. Head for the mountains. Whoosh. I love that Camel light too. Kids don't smoke. Speaking of Camel cigarettes, you were probably able to smoke Camel cigarettes on this Pan Am flight back in the day. I definitely want to trade in this New England weather for some Hawaiian weather. See kids, before we had iPhones, we had these things. A few months ago I was out here and I bought the complete set of 25th anniversary Walt Disney World McDonald's glasses. Over here's Epcot and Typhoon Lagoon. I also purchased the MGM Studios and of course the Magic Kingdom. This is a great booth. There's so much cool stuff in here. I picked up one of these guys a couple years ago out here. My dude surfs. This guy plays the drums. 35 bucks. Should I bring him home? Give my guy a friend? Vintage Paragon Park postcards. I don't think I've ever been to Paragon Park. It's definitely not around anymore. Growing up, I went to Raynham Park and Canopy Lake Park, Riverside Park, which is now Six Flags. This is pretty cool. Yeah, you can pretty much pick up anything here at the flea market, including these gladiator helmets. This is a pretty nautical booth. Check out that old school Polaroid instant camera, business edition. If you have $29 in your pocket, you can go home with this sound design, AM, FM, electric clock, and tape deck radio right here. A few months ago I was out here. I didn't film anything, but I came across this small black and white television out here. The guy that owns this booth plugged it in for me, but we couldn't tell if it actually worked, so I went home and bought the same thing on eBay for actually a cheaper price, including shipping and handling. And right now I'm able to run like a Roku stick off it and watch everything like it's like a classic Twilight Zone episode, all black and white. This is one of the very first movies my family rented when we bought our first VCR. I am what I am, but that's all that I am. You can add some Disney VHS tapes to your collection, $5 per movie. I had like the entire Disney vault growing up. When my sister had her first child 16 years ago, I gave my sister all my movies. I don't think she has them anymore. I think she got rid of them. Obviously, VHS tapes are not a popular media these days. That selection of VHS tapes, Cop and a Half, The Hunt for Red October, Apollo 13, Field of Dreams, The Nutty Professor, True Lies, Face Off, First Blood. Classic collection of movies right there. Now the Omen collection. I still haven't seen the first Omen, which is a prequel to the original 1976 Omen. Dang, check out this selection of Blu-rays. It would like take forever to go through all those titles. All these CDs too. It would take forever to go through all these titles. I guarantee they're not in alphabetical order either, which means that it's extremely difficult to find what you're looking for. This booth has your hookup over here if you're into video games. Nintendo Entertainment System, complete with the GUN. See the Atari Flashback over there, which is a reproduction of the classic 70s and 80s Atari 2600. Except this already comes with like 100 games already programmed into the system. A few years ago, I bought a classic 1980s Atari 2600 video game system. Still works in perfect condition. I bought a bunch of games. Looking to see if I need to add some more games to my collection that I didn't already repurchase from when I was a kid. Oh man, Commodore 64. That was my family's first computer, the Commodore 64. Check out this old Mac. This is the kind of computer we used back in the mid-80s when we had Computer Lab. That is definitely a throwback. Not only do I enjoy classic video games, but I also enjoy classic media like LPs and cassette tapes. Great selection back there too. I see the Rolling Stones, the Boss. Oh, this thing is great. Little tableside jukebox like you'd see at a diner. Great selection of Elvis Presley t-shirts over here. Up next is a double shot of Elvis here on WODS, Boston's Oldies 103 FM. Wow, look at that. Elvis Presley poster book. It's all posters from his movies and concerts. I remember wearing these Michael Jackson buttons back around 1983-84. Huh. The California Raisins. I used to collect wrestling magazines back in the day. This is definitely taking me down memory lane. Oh yeah, it's the Macho King Randy Savage, yeah. Check out that Hulk Hogan flashlight. What's your favorite version of Hulk Hogan? Is it like a 1985 Hulkster like this, or you're more of a fan of a NWO Hulk Hogan? Hollywood Hulk Hogan? It's time to play the game. I've got all those guys. Nikolai Volkov, Jesse the Body Ventura, Hulk Hogan, Hillbilly Jim, Roddy Piper, Corporal Kirshner, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Terry Funk, Big John Studd and the Iron Sheik hiding over there, the JYD Junkyard Dog, Greatest American Hero, G.I. Joe. Oh man, an original Death Star. I had that growing up. That took up a lot of real estate in your bedroom. That was a huge toy. Here, still in the box, $275. This booth's got a great selection of Star Wars action figures. Damn, Chucky's grown. He's like the size of Godzilla. You know, I try to throw a Godzilla in every detour. And this booth is nothing but Godzilla. And a random Muppet. The power of Christ compels you. $650. I've seen this thing at conventions many times. This has always been in my wheelhouse of something I want to add to the pop culture room. I could do it right now for $650. I always love coming across these Mr. Rogers Neighborhood type puppets. The land of make-believe. And I think today I'm going to be on the lookout for the fist. You know, the shooting fist from the original Shogun Godzilla. I still have my original one. I think it's from the late 70s, early 80s. It's just missing that fist that, you know, click the button, that thing shoots off. They're pretty expensive. I'm also on the lookout for a Creature from the Black Lagoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Doesn't have to be in box. See the Wolfman over there, 175. And Dracula over there, 160. I just want the Creature from the Black Lagoon in turtle form. One day I definitely have to add a life-size ET to my pop culture room. A small-size ET is probably more affordable than that life-size ET. Whoa, Steve Urkel. Did I do that? Jacob the Carpetbagger? Those are pretty dope. Dracula, the Mummy, and of course the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh, that vampire lamp is awesome. Unfortunately, it's not for sale. This magic mesh screen door is no joke. I have two of these, one on my front porch, one on my back porch. Keeps the bugs out of the apartment. $5 too, that's a steal. You can buy some remote control cars and some drones out here. This booth is selling golf clubs. Right there is the jaws of a tiger shark. That's bull. No, that's bull. $15 for Skelly caps. That is definitely a good deal. Dukes of Hazzard dinner tray, classic. What's this? What's this? Oh, it's a Mickey Mouse telephone. This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. I'm definitely not gonna say his name 3 times. Although he might, because it looks like he talks. Dead or alive, you are coming with me. I don't know why, but right now I'm jonesing for a Burger King chicken sandwich. I love this. Ice cold Miller Lite. It lights up. $130 though. That's classic, that's vintage, that's beautiful. Makes me thirsty too. Kinda want a beer right now. It's Miller time. I'm in the mood for a beer, but it's a whole process getting a beer in here. There's like no bartender. You have to go to the snack bar. Then somebody from the snack bar has to go up to the bar and give you the beer. It's a whole thing. I just so happen to have a Chateau gift card in my wallet, so we might as well hit up the Chateau for something to eat for free. I may as well drink myself a free ice cold beer while I wait for my free pizza. Well, that's gonna be it for this detour documenting the Raynham Flea Market in Raynham, Massachusetts. Unfortunately, I didn't add anything new to this pop culture room. Quite frankly, if you look around, I am literally like out of room to hang anything new, especially any of those amazing, you know, beer signs, those neon beer signs, or those Camel cigarette signs. Definitely no room inside this pop culture room for anything like that. You know what to do next. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. It helps more people see the video. Leave a comment down below. I always answer all the comments. If you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing to Detours. Click that red subscribe button. While you're clicking away, click that small bell. It'll give you instant notification every single time I upload a brand new Detour. I invite you to check me out on social media. I'm on Instagram at Derek Millen, DerekMillen. I also have a Facebook group, Derek Millen's Detours. I gotta give a big thanks and a shout out to those Detour viewers that help support the channel financially by donating to my Patreon page. Big shout out to Karen O'Reilly, Marshall Brown, Peter Jargalos, Dane Lavender, Steve Davis, C. Marie, David Goldman, Matthew Harton, Megan Milliman, Stephen Brady, Emilio Flores, Danielle Benedenti, Jeff Knutson, Ronnie and Chrissy Collins, Hubie Dubois, David and Jess, Mac Mallow, Brian Dugan, Ron Crocker, Stephen Shirley, Ben Smith, Vesper and Ollie Anderson, Joel Riendo, James Schimmelman, Tenacious Day, Kansas Girl Abroad, Runty and Mr. Beanie, Sandra Mialos, Joe and Stacy, Steve White, Bill Lutz, Richard Klacka, Ralph Longmore, Zombie Joe, Keith and Don Gagne, Mark Biss, John Bryson, Taylor and Courtney Wingard, Jenny Cooper, Melanie Ramos, Poochie D, the Pierce family, John Nelson, John and Mel, Jesse DeStasio, Kevin Hashimoto, and Renee Gunther. Thank you guys so much for your generous donations. Your donations really help out with the detours. They help pay for parking, help pay for tickets into attractions, helps pay for lunch on the road. You guys are the best fans. You guys are the biggest fans. I wish you all a happy, healthy, and safe 2024. And of course, cheers, my friends. And as always, I'll catch you on the next detour.